So having done the shade, we need to fill that shade into a block. And we will call this one E-box because it's an Escher-ish kind of box. And we need still the size, and then we need a list. So the list is about, it's actually just these three numbers we checked before. So basically it's a list of 3. But to make it easier on ourselves, we could sort of remind ourselves that this needs to be a list, and you will be able to see it in the icon here. And then of course we need our size input. There you go. And just for good order here, I want to write S list here as a title. Yep. So everything is fine and cutesy. So what we might need now is we need a list, and I will just create a dummy list with 3 inputs. So they could basically be the same as here. So we could say 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try and emulate this one. 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2. 4, 6, 2. And I had the size of, I think, 300. So within the list, or the actual box, we need to turn 60. Oops, it's a left turn. And then we need to put up and down because we need to start making things. And because we have 3, as you saw before, we have 3 sides. We need to take the shade and then repeat the shade. And then we only need the first item of the list. So I'm going to say item 1. Because we're going to do that rotational trick. If you remember, we created that rotator early on. I will of course put a link. And then we need to set the list to the next one. So we will set the list, the S list. There we go. And then we'll do the rotate trick. So it's the 237. And then we're going to rotate, and we need to know what list it is, and obviously it's the S list. So now we'll change whatever order they're coming in, and then we need to rotate 120 degrees because that is how many things we need. 100. That is a triangular, as I did before. And then again we need to turn 60. And then for the big final, we again need the polygon. So cngon, there you go. And the size is whatever size we put into it, and it's a hexagon every time. So let's clear it and see what happens. Ta-da! Wow, I remade it. But now it's actually automated. So this means that if I change my size, it works. And if I change my list, I could say to 23, 4. So 1, 2, 3. So you can see now we have our Escher box working, so we're ready to put it on our grid.